All right.
That's that fake music that you guys don't hear. That's right. That's what we're doing. We're doing the Woolly Bully thing here live at LA School of Comedy, where the world is in hiding. They're hiding because it's raining water, and they don't know what to do with water except measure how much water they drink every day. That's all I hear about that. You have to drink as much water as you are, or something like that. But I'll tell you something. You can have to use the bathroom, and have you ever tried, like, you really can't use it now. You have to be quiet, you have to be still, and your gums hurt, or am I the only one? All right, so I have some kind, I don't do bathroom humor. I try, and this is the result I get. That's not funny. But I'll tell you what is funny. There's a lot of good things that are going around. You should be checking out the open mics that are happening at the Ha Ha Comedy Club, which is great. And I think they're down now on Thursdays, if I'm not mistaken. They're on Thursdays. And on Potluck on Monday nights at the Comedy Store, you never know who's going to come in. And that's why they call it potluck, because if we're lucky, there's pot and good comedy. And there's nothing better. What was that, an earring? Okay, thank God it wasn't a roach. Because if it was a roach, I'd make believe it was a cricket, because that's what white people taught me. That's how to do it, yeah. Yeah, so, oh my God, it's cricket. I once beat a girl for no reason. My mother borrowed aluminum foil from her mother, and when I got home and opened the foil, there were roaches in it. And I'm scared of roaches, so I had to beat her up. So, I told a lie. And the pastor's wife was outside and said to my mother, "You think that green half-white bitch is a princess, but she was over there beating on that child." And you gotta see me over like 50 pounds soaking wet saying, how could I do that? How? A roach did it to me. That's what. A roach. My neighbor, same thing. This little thing, why you make such a big deal about this little thing? Because they grow up. And you too can grow up if you're here. I don't know why I digress, but you know something, that's what comedy does. If people tell you you're funny, you probably are, but you won't know until you make it take it from the page to the stage. Now, I'd like to acknowledge that we have someone in the house who also has his own room that you should go to, but first, special thanks to Luke for running this podcast day today. I mean, we had a day of days, and she likes you, Luke, and she's going to be back. And lucky you. And that's just going to be so much fun. It's going to be like carrying a cannon, but first we're going to have the comedy of Shannon. Let's go.
My God, people, quiet down. Love of Jesus. Oh. It's rolling through my body right now. My rib cage is hurt. It's you guys think that the homeless are affected by daylight savings?
Me.
A little bit.
No, seriously. I think there's probably a good nexus between, 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. when it's not spring forward, where you're catching your best Z's. It's the coolest out, nobody's around, there's no sirens, the traffic's light. You're really not worried about too many people creeping up on you, because they're asleep too. Right? You're just like this, and then all of a sudden, someday in March, you're like, fucking everybody's up really early. What the hell's going on? Oh, what's this bustle about? It's not daylight to you. To us, they're waking up with windows and shit. They're like, oh yeah, God, this is darker later now, and like, what's going on? Right? Not to, not there. But I do think I would just be like, man, you are fucking up my circadian rhythms. Yeah. Okay, this is some concrete circadian rhythm I got going on. I've been having it going on for a while. All right, and why are you stomping around? Scooter, what? Fuck you. Are you delivering food? What's going on? The hell are you doing? Daylight savings time. It is an antiquated idea. I'm thinking it's probably time to do away with it. We should go with a, global, time base. It's just, it's the argument's there. Read The Economist. Whatever. I'm not gonna get into details on that bullshit. I will get into details on the latest Oscars, though. Oh, the 2023 Oscars. That was fun. It was fun for me because I'm a Kung Fu fan. Okay? I was Wu-Tang fan before I knew what the fuck a Wu-Tang Clan was. Alright? Because that was a Kung Fu movie because we watched the same shit. Okay? They're only like 7 years older than I am. So, like, you know, like I grew up with all that Kung Fu shit. And I always loved it. And the Kung Fu queen of Hong Kong cinema for the past 40 years has been Michelle Yeoh. And I've had a crush on Michelle Yeoh since I was a tiny kid. And I love her to death. And talk about somebody celebrating the fact that she got an Oscar. I was like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And I watched the movie. Good movie. You know? I watched The Banshees and I watched a couple of the others. Yeah, I think it's the best of the bunch. So, give it up for him. But, don't give it up, Luke. I am not the dude for, like, the fake woos, don't I? Just, I like smirks. I like the little eye close. You know what I mean? That's what I like. I like that shit. But Michelle got up there, and like I said, love her to death. Big crush for fucking 30 plus years. And she happened to say, finally, people that look like I do are getting... And I went like this. I was like, oh, people that look like I do? The former Miss Hong Kong. Okay. All right. 1980. Kung Fu Queen for 40 years on every fucking thing you've ever seen. People that look like I do? Are you crazy? You look like a fucking star actress. Shut up. Okay? Like, I don't care what your race is. If you're pretty, you're pretty. Okay? Like, so what the fuck? You just admit it. You are a star. Okay? Let's not make this shit about race. You know? Just admit that you're a talented, unbelievably beautiful, fucking little tiny grain of sand in a beach of bullshit. Okay, and you deserved it. Alright? Let's not make this about, like, everybody my fucking looks like me. They should be working good. No! Absolutely no! Okay? Not everybody should have a job. You know, it's just, there are some of us out there that, no, of course you shouldn't have one. You know, why? It's readily apparent as to why you should not. Other thing was, I was watching In Memoriam, and I love Lenny Kravitz. He's a badass. I always love Lenny Kravitz. He was a little bit too Princed out that night. Yeah, he was trying to David Bowie Prince it all together. You know, with, I don't know what the black fluff around that shit was. It was... You can't say over the top. It's the Oscars. That's an absolutely needless thing. There's no reason to have it. Except for rich people like to celebrate rich people. And poor people love watching it. And I wouldn't have material without it. Okay? So the hypocrisy never ends. But when I was watching In Memoriam, I just kept expecting the director of photography from Rust to pop up. You know, the chick Alec Baldwin manslaughtered. Allegedly. I kept expecting that to pop up, and then I realized that she's not a member of the Academy. Can't memorialize somebody that's not a member of the Academy. Then it popped in my head, Alec Baldwin's a man of a certain age. He could have died this year from a number of things. We all could. Aneurysms, bus stops, whatever the fuck it happens. You know? Random backfire gunshot. Hey. You know? Whatever it is. You know, but what if he would have died and the Academy would have had to memorialize Alec Baldwin? But do you memorialize Alec Baldwin without memorializing the person that he manslaughtered? Ooh, what a conundrum for those in the hills there, baby. All right. Ooh, lots of gay guys at brunch going like, I don't know how we're going to deal with this. Oh, jeez. Shut up, Mup. Okie dokie. All right. That's kind of like what I wanted to do. But, oh, this is fun. This is fun. We got to LA. It's not like it doesn't happen everywhere, but here in LA, I had a particular drug dealer. And he used to tell me to meet him on the corner of Duquesne and Overland. And I was like, you mean Duquesne? And he'd be like, what's Duquesne? I was like, never mind, Duquesne and Overland's fine. I'll be right there. You know, be right there, dog. And I thought that was a one-off thing, but then I met a lot of other locals who have been here for their whole lives. It's called Duquesne. Alright, if you guys want to underuse French, I will overuse it. We're like, sorry I can't meet you on Duquesne and Overland tonight, my friend. You're going to have to meet me over on La Grange and Santa Monica. Right. You guys want to not pronounce it right? I will start also not pronouncing shit right. Till y'all get hip to it. And we're like, oh, he's doing a grammar lesson. Fuck me. You know what was also funny about the Oscars? I haven't seen that many Irish and Chinese people together since we built the railroads. You guys don't know, the Irish built the railroad from the east to the west. The Chinese built the railroad from the west to the east. They all met in the middle, right around old Oklahoma. And we're like, how much are you getting paid? How much you get paid? Well, I think it's probably be more than you. Like, yeah. And then the Irish became cattle barons and went back east and became crooked cops, and then they spread that shit all over the place. And the Chinese just decided to set up shop in, like, you know, strip malls and like, how much is that? $5.95. You know? And, well, either way, prosperous people. Have a good night.
And where do we find you?
Oh, you can find me sharding myself on the corner over there because I'm in my 40s. No, it happens. You can shart. It does happen. It does happen. The first time it happens, it really freaks you out. Third time it happens, you're kind of like, I accept it. It's okay.
Get over it.
Yeah, you get over it. And that's how we do stuff.
I love you, Shannon. Have a great night. You're not leaving me yet, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. How did I forget that quickly? Listen to me. Oh, we're live, so we never forget things. That's right. We're live, and I want you guys to know that just because it's raining does not mean that you don't come in. That's all I'm telling you. Because in L.A., they just have to stop in the rain.
That's funny that you did that.
Interesting story. Maybe, maybe not. I'm having problems with my neighbors. I know I told you guys this story, but I came home to find this big black roach with legs wide open. I said, this heifer been in my house doing her dirt. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give this to my neighbor because I'm tired of her. Because they won't kill them. They won't kill them because they're not going to hurt anybody. So why am I telling you this? I figured it died because, you know, at childbirth, I've seen a lot of them die. That's because that shit's a lot of work, you know what I mean? So I said, I'm going to just sweep it outside. And it swept out. I know I told you guys this the other day. And it came back in. I went like this to it. I went like that because that's what you do when they come to you. The mother went right past me. They don't care. I'm afraid. And I'm afraid I also left your name down again. And I know your name, but what was it again?
Oh, Prague?
That's right. But I almost said Prague, and that's wrong.
That's what I was about to
Right. But when you work in a prison, you can't have a Prague. But you can, but...
Yeah.
Whoa, you answered so quickly. Hi, boys. That's
Yeah,
four.
totally.
We don't mind moving on more. Oh, what do I have here? What do we have? The comedy of the one and only Bob. Let me hear you.
Yay!
I do that little whistle thing that I can't remember.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Alright, yeah, so I also watched the Oscars. Yeah, so the Oscars, they actually had a performance, I don't know if you saw, it was like for RRR, the song Natu Natu. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But it was really cool to watch, but they didn't have any Indian people. They just had like a couple people who looked Indian.
Right.
For like an Indian movie, which like personally it's like I'm cool with like I'm not saying like you have to pick based on diversity, but I do think that you should pick the best people, and like chances are the best Indian dancers like for an Indian dance are Indian, you know, like that's like doing like having no white people and performing the hokey pokey. Like they're probably gonna be the best at it. I don't know. They came up with it. All right, a little about me. I feel like I look like I belong in like a boy band. And that's brings some troubles into my life. Yeah, I got like resting boy band face, I guess. The hard part about it is that people treat you like you're soft, you know, when you look like you're in a boy band. That and being a comedian, I was like, I feel like I gotta learn how to fight. You know, in case someone tries to come on stage. But yeah, with that, I've been taking like self-defense classes. The thing about self-defense classes is, like, anyone can sign up, right? So the person who attacks you might also be taking self-defense classes. Like, Chad could sign up and be like, dude, I just want to learn how to instigate bar fights. Like, you might be learning self-defense, but he's learning self-offense. Yeah. All right. What else do I want to do? Yeah, it's been kind of a stressful time for a lot of people. So I've been going to these, like, meditation classes. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if you guys know about meditation classes, but they're all rich people, because only rich people would pay to breathe. So I stopped doing them. Yeah, it's kind of funny in LA, because the same people who are at meditation classes also do cocaine. Yeah. It's like, you either want to be, like, not stimulated at all, or, like, really stimulated. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Actually, I went to this one meditation class, and they were giving out like crystals. I don't really think they work, but the lady was like, "This crystal will keep out all bad energy, And then I got COVID from that class, so it didn't work. I'm good now. That was like a month ago. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not spreading COVID over here. Yeah. A little about me. I'm from South Jersey. I know I look like I belong in the Jersey Shore, obviously. Not really, because, you know. But I was thinking about that show. You guys remember that show, The Jersey Shore? Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, their motto was, like, GTL, right? You remember this? Gym, tanning, laundry? Right? It's so weird that laundry was included in there. You know? Like, you got a bunch of, like, fuckboys, and they're like, hey, we wash our clothes. You know? Like, also, how much laundry are these guys doing? That they're just, like, every day they're just doing laundry? Like, this is wasting water. It's weirdly kind of wholesome. Yeah, I think that's all I want to do. Thank you, guys. I'm proud of it.
Oh, wow. I want to hear more wholesome stuff. Do you sing in Bollywood? You sing?
No, I don't sing.
I mean,
I'm not much of a singer.
not that, but can you do any of that?
No, a lot of my friends here.
The
they're
traditional songs?
They do that stuff. They're here in LA for that kind of stuff, like dancing, Bollywood dancing, stuff like that.
It's so damn hard.
Yeah, it's tough. I can't do it.
You are too white for that, babe.
No
Yeah.
way.
No, it's true. You gotta like move. Certain things are really just for certain people.
Right.
And I shouldn't be talking with crumbs around my mouth. I hope it's crumbs. If not, that was a rough one, Luke. Here's what I'm saying. What was I thinking about the Bollywood? Is that the yeah, I haven't really investigated a lot of it, but there's a lot of hair in Bollywood. I'll tell you that. They got hair, they got sequins, they come out beautiful. Like, how do they come out of the body like that? Like, beautiful women, like, they're beautiful. You're beautiful, too.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, put you in a pair of heels and, like, trim your beard.
Oh, God.
You'd be a beautiful woman.
You actually have really good bone structure.
Right, you do. It's
She's
great
true.
bone structure. Let me tell you something, while we have a second. I know you guys
Yeah, sure.
laugh, but you could be making money off certain types of your body without it being your genitalia. If you got good hands, you can do some hand modeling. You have a look that you could be using. You could be either a priest or you could be the perpetrator. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, I've been
Detective.
called both, my dear.
oh my God, must be Father for I've sinned. Because I'll tell you something. Oh my God, either you can get woke
Sometimes
or woke
all in once.
all at once. I'm gonna get
Real
woke.
cop.
No,
I'm gonna give it up for the
the
comedy
perpetrating priest.
of the one and only Luke.
Please.
Let's give it up for Luke. I want to see Luke up here. I haven't seen Luke for a minute. Get up here, Luke. Help me down.
Yeah, but let's get woke. Let's get woke. That was the best line I have ever heard. That was it.
Get woke.
Love that.
Woo!
Amazing. I have to shout out Shannon. I appreciate like
Really?
so many things that we
Good.
talk about in conversation. I end up getting to watch on stage, and it makes me so proud. I love it. I think I actually witnessed the shark happen. Like out on the corner. But good news. I'm somebody's shard out there now. Too. I don't know what that was. But good news. Finally leaving my barista job that I always talk shit about here. So.
Hey!
Taking action in my hands. It's too much. Like, I used to be a server, so I'm going back to serving because, like, at this job I'm at now, they all just keep coming up to you, and everybody comes up to you, they walk up to you, and then they stare at the menu. They don't even say hi to you. Like, I go, hi, how are you? And they, like, look at the menu, and they go, is your matcha sweetened or unsweetened? I'm like, I don't know, it just makes me uncomfortable. It's just this line of people, and everybody's so needy because it's like when you're serving them, you just become like their parent. It's like, oh, there's Daddy, there's the coffee daddy. Let's go see the coffee daddy. He's gonna take care of us. And you have to feed them, water them, clean up after them. And I don't really mind like cleaning like wiping the tables. I kind of have trouble sweeping sometimes, especially at night. But the doctor said it's sleep apnea actually. But the bathrooms is a fucking problem because I walk into the bathroom and like everything's wrong. There's paper on the ground. The sink is still running. The trash can. It's actually empty and there's trash next to it. And then people like take shits behind the toilet. Like it's back there behind. Like, how did you get back there? That's no man's land. There's only supposed to be like World War I soldiers in there. I mean, that's not where you shit. And I just come out and I stare at them, and I'm like, you thought I was the coffee daddy? I'm the coffee father. What the fuck you want from me, huh? You want your coffee? You want your Americano with the oat milk? It's gonna cost you. And 25 cents just isn't seeming like enough to me. 25 cents, I might just slip a finger in there. Maybe it was in my ass too, I don't know. I don't know what happened. So yeah, I'm leaving that job. And the other thing is like I'm terrible at it too. Like on the register, because nobody watches me. I'm the only one there. Nobody supervises me, so I can do whatever the hell I want. And I don't have bad intentions, but everybody wants free shit, and I don't know how to say no to them. So they just come up to me and they're like, "It's my birthday. I'm an old lady. I need free coffee." I guess. I don't know how that correlates. Or they come up and they're like, we get a lot of homeless folks, and they come up and then they're like, "How much is the coffee?" And I go, $4. And then they slide out 3 nickels and some pocket lint. And I say, "You got me this time. Next time tomorrow." No. The thing is though, you get a lot of homeless people asking for free coffee at the cafe, but
God.
where I'm going back to, the pizza shop,
Yeah.
you just get a lot of white people asking for free ranch. Like non-stop. So I used to give out so much free ranch. Like sneak behind to the kitchen, like make sure the chef isn't watching. Just start ladling. And I would do shots of it. I love it. It just runs in my veins. I'm from the Midwest. I expect. But no, I'm excited about that. I mean, I'm not that excited because I hate any job I've ever worked in like service industry. It's exhausting. I end up burnt out. I end up there at 7:30 in the morning, like flipping down chairs from the tables, fucking sobbing, just fucking. And then I run to the back, and then people start coming in. It's one customer starts to walk in, and I have a panic attack and run to the back, and start fucking punching the ice machine, and then I come out and I say hello. We've got a lot of great selections for you.
Oh God.
So yeah, I wish I didn't have to do that. But, yeah. Gotta pay rent. Gotta pay rent, or you'll end up on the street. At least you have great neighbors. I have so many homeless friends. Obviously, the ones that come into the cafe ask me for free coffee and everything, but they come in, we'll chat. You know, they use the restroom, and then they complain about how dirty the restroom is. I say, ma'am, with all due respect, I watch you take shits out in the alley every morning on the camera. I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, I guess my cleaning skills aren't up to par with the street sweeping trucks that drive by. I don't know. But that's all I can think about right now. Thank you very much, my wonderful audience.
Where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram.
I love this idea. I'm thinking of something with this.
Please.
Why can't we do a sketch or something with that?
Sketch.
Like the street cleaner should be really. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. No, seriously.
No, yeah.
They should be hot.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't mind waiting for them blocking traffic. You know what I mean? They get out near the garbage bin, but they're all built like they used to be back in the day.
Right.
Because nobody respects them, you know?
Yeah.
Because you gotta look good. We want to take a look at your ass. You know what I mean? Shake it like you do to women. Shake your ass. That's like, but that's something.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's great.
Thank you.
That's great. You know, it's funny because he probably thinks I'm asleep, but that's when I usually get shit in my head. And it comes out.
No, yeah.
But yeah, yes, we have to do something with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like buff men, like from Magic Mike shit. Jail men. Jail men, man. I tell you, man. You work in a prison.
Oh, shit.
Every day.
Oh, you're earring.
Every day is a new day.
Do you remember the famous traffic cop in Washington, D.C. that used to dance for, he did it for 20 years.
Yes.
20 years plus, and the main thing, he would just do these moves. There you go.
It is great. Prison's a little like that, too.
But if you had your garbage man doing that shit,
If we the garbage men doing that,
all of a sudden that becomes a spectacle.
that is a spectacle. That's you have to always think out of the box.
I love it.
You too. I'm thinking of something for you that's gonna be funny. It'll be great. Sorry to pick on you guys. I know you would think that you're an abyss, but really, just waiting for the comedy of Tracy Harris. Hey, let me do it.
What's up, guys?
I ain't seen him. He'll call me. You don't try to see if I'm okay.
What? No, don't do that. You be in London, jumping up and down, drinking Guinness, and watching theater plays with your daughters.
Good job.
I can't talk to Mark. I don't know. I love Mark, though. I love Mark. When he comes in, he starts talking shit. I'm like, yes! Talk that shit, Mark. He be talking about 7-Eleven. He's like, I don't trust those people. I don't trust those people. I'm like, why? I'm like, why you don't trust those people? He's like, look at it. And I was like, oh my God, this nigga's a genius. I love his car. I love everything about Mark. I just want to hang out with Mark half the time. I'm always telling him how cool his car looks. He's like, man, get out of here. Get out of here. And somebody comes out, oh my God, it's a nice car. And you're like, I told you, Mark. He's like, I like you, Tracy. I was like, hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Shout out to Mark. If you can see, I heard he had surgery or something like that.
Yeah.
Hope he's all right. Thank
Me
God.
too.
God bless him. I don't know what I was going to talk about, but I did it 15 minutes last week.
You did good.
I did great.
Good.
Good. I was on that stage. We didn't have a mic.
Right.
So it was kind of like, you know who knows who Charlie Barnett is?
Yeah.
The mentor of Dave Chappelle. They used to do these shows in the park at Washington Square Park, and they didn't have any mics. But the thing about Washington Square Park is fucking huge, so they have to scream. And that's what it made me feel like when I was doing it. So I was sitting there jumping up and down, saying, "What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? You drinking, motherfucker?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Hey." And then we just having a party. And I hosted and I featured at the same time. It was great.
Good. Who took
Feel good about
your
myself.
video?
5 minutes of it. Talked about SpongeBob and shit.
That's the part. The memories.
I know. But I don't know. Well, everyone's in here is a comedian, but
You know how
you're
hard
your
it is.
biggest saboteur or your biggest critic. Like you get on stage, you're like, "Fuck, I want to say that," and then everybody gets on stage and they're like, "Who hoppity, and you're like, "Fuck that motherfucker, I'm funnier than him."
Right.
That's the way I feel most of the time. So
it means that you're coming out of that block.
yeah, that's what I have to tell myself each time I get on stage. I'm
You
like,
remember
"Fuck
when
these
you started?
motherfuckers, fuck you, bitch." I'm getting on stage. I'm the one with the big dick and shit like that. That's how I get on stage. I have to be like, "Fuck you." You don't listen to these jokes. You get stabbed. I don't know. I know a couple homeless people I know that'll stab me, nigga, for $15. That's a new one. I got a new joke. Okay, let's keep that one in there. Speaking of homeless, every time I come here, there's always a homeless dude come fucking with me, man. So do I look homeless? Do I look like a guy who just talks to homeless people? Do I look that nice? Walking down the street, and one dude jumped on me like he was like in the 1930s. He said, "Hey!" Scared the shit out of me. Asked me for 50 cents. What the fuck? I was on my friend on my phone. He started dying laughing. He was like, I'm like, "Why are you laughing?" Because I thought he was talking to me, nigga. I was like, that's how close he was. These creepy. Oh man, dude. Can we all just admit that we're all terrified and hate the fucking homeless here in LA? Woo! We hate these motherfuckers, dog. We're tired of them. You see a homeless dude with a dog, you feel sorry for the dog.
Yes.
You're like, why the fuck are you putting this pet through this, man? No one wants to come out the shell. There's 4 of us here. It's a small.
Oh my God.
I honestly think as a dog,
Oh fuck.
much would love
I would
to be
take
with
that
the
dog.
homeless dude
No.
than to be trapped in
That
an
feels bad.
apartment
Every time-
for
everyone
14
loves-
hours a day,
Everyone loves dogs.
ignored, not part of the pack, don't get to smell the outside, don't get to be a dog, get to be a caged fucking animal.
Well, you should say all this on your set, nigga.
I'm just saying, man.
You should bring out a PSA about dogs. No.
Homeless dogs don't
That's what I hate. That's what I hate about comedy. That's what I hate about
For
comedy.
the vice cream.
See? Yeah.
Right.
Where's your march, man, for the dogs, dude?
I got mad.
Tell these motherfuckers about dogs, man. Now all of a sudden, every time I come in, he don't want to talk about nothing to me. But when I'm on stage, he wants to talk about the canine and help the canine out and get his. What the fuck, Shannon?
You asked.
What is this?
You asked.
No, I just said. God damn, I forgot what I was talking about.
Ah, sorry, Tracy.
But this is comedy right here at the LA School of Comedy, bitch. Oh my god. But at those 15 minutes, I did learn a lot. I appreciated it. Like it was something that I remember because I remember someone telling me that the more you stay in here, I don't know how many times I grabbed this, but the more you stay in here, like stay doing comedy, you always get rewarded. Like 90 days. Like every 90 days, you get kind of like this weird reward, like out of nowhere. So I'm just offering some courage to everyone out there who's comedies, comedians, actors, whatever the fuck, because I know it's hard. Because we get a couple of assholes that walk up in here and you're like, bro, ooh, I want to beat you. Like, you remember, you want to watch UFC? Remember when Rampage Jackson picked up that dude and slammed him and then did all that shit? That's what would be in the back of my head. Bitch, I'll fucking murder you, nigga. Do I look...
Right.
Do I look nice all the time? And I did talk about being skinny because sometimes like my face, I look nice, right? Like, but on the bus, I gotta like change it up. I gotta be mad on the bus,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? I had a joke for this shit. Fuck it. But I be on the bus like with my headphones on, just fucking looking mean, cause you never know what you're gonna get on the train or the bus or whatever the fuck you get on, and It's always smelling like COVID and cancer, tuberculosis is in the air, nigga. On each cart, there's something new for you. Shit, piss, tuberculosis, nigga. You get up, you might get stabbed. Shit, oh, that should be the Metro's motto right there. Shit, when you get up, you might get stabbed.
That's right. Yeah, that's perfect.
When you see something, say something. Shit. Oh, good. Thank you, shit. I got a new one. Yes. Yes. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, remember, strategically might get stabbed.
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, my God. I saw the Oscars. That was funny what you said. Like, those people that were dancing, they kind of looked Indian. That shit killed me, bro. Ooh, you should, sorry, my lip touched the mic. You should do something with that. That one's hilarious. And that cocaine one, I was like, bro, niggas ain't got the right priorities. They fucked up. What else was I talking about? Being skinny and shit. That's what I wanted to talk about being on the train, because I'm skinny. I don't like being skinny. It's not fun being skinny because I look like I got some type of form. I don't. Like, I take this shit off. I'm like Mr. Freeze from Batman, nigga. Like, Nora. It's like my heart goes out, nigga. I get chills on my back. I can't walk straight. I walk like I got MS when I get out of this. When I get out of this, it's disgusting. You're like, oh, this motherfucker's dying from something. This nigga has cancer. He has tuberculosis. He has MS. I don't know what the fuck this dude has. I don't know if you ever see like a skinny person and you feel really bad for him. Like, you're like, this guy's unhealthy. He's unhealthy in some way. Like, I saw one skinny dude at work and I'm like, this nigga got something. He must be dying. Like, but you can't ask somebody that. Like, hey, bro, you good? Like, you ever see a skinny dude walking? You're like, oh, this motherfucker making me feel bad. How many minutes I got?
You're up.
Oh, thank you. I'm Tracy Harris. You can find me at Instagram, Tracy Harris. Thank you, guys.
It's under Tracy Harris now?
Yeah. We talked about this last time.
Right, with an E.
Yeah.
Okay.
With an E.
Yes. I was Tracy when I'm asleep. So if you guys think for a second, a nanosecond, that I'm going to do any time, you're out of your mind. But I would never let down my adoring fans for watching. Woo! Thanks, Mom. She's been dead a while. All I want to say is that we've got some new things happening, and I don't know if you guys are interested in this night. It's going to be a night of, I guess we would say, like Q&A for the comics with their acts where we work with them. So you're going to do your bit. It's going to be like the class used to be, but it's going to be more intense. In other words, you already have your stuff. We're not working on that 5 minutes anymore.
Yeah.
Now what you have to do is to get your chunks together, because now the next chunk is your 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm excited for right there.
So he started here, and then it was just a lot. It was a lot. Anya was the most challenging of all. So rich were the stories, so good were the stories. And Tracy's a natural likability factor to him, so, but it was some work. But he does it. So you gotta get on stage as much as you can, wherever you can. Shannon has a show. Have you done your show?
The shit show?
No.
It's called The Shit Show. I didn't call it that. He called it that.
This is a safe room. If you come to the shit show on Friday nights, be willing to eat shit.
Yeah, you eat some shit.
You
get
eat
better
some
though,
shit.
Fanatics.
Right.
You go to
Right.
Fanatics, bro, you're gonna get way
You
better.
also will go to the Comedy Store and see half the people that are in the shit show
Yeah,
on stage at the store.
yeah.
Oh, really?
You know, and that's why you're going to eat shit, because they're like,
Don't think too much.
What's up?
Don't think too much on the people though. Like,
People?
oh, you'll be able to like actually start to feel your material more than anything.
Right.
Like, it's weird when you go to Fanatics. Like you don't see nobody. Like in here, you can see everybody smiling,
Yeah.
jumping up and down.
different room. Different room.
You can't see nobody.
Both
so it
great
fucks
rooms,
with you.
just
It fucks with
different.
your equilibrium. You're
Right.
like, I'm just gonna trust my jokes now. I gotta say them. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
So, yeah.
And then when
Tracy,
you're an
first time I
actor,
saw you there, though, you did really well.
you're going to go into fourth
I tried,
wall anyway. We're going to have this done here. There's so much we have to have done. Shannon wants to run. Here he
Oh, I
comes
ain't
on
running,
the
no.
run with the Shannon on the run.
got a bad knee, baby. That's all. I gotta flex it, otherwise I'm gonna die.
How's it go? Your penis can't be beat because you fry your own meat. Fry, 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 fry. I hope you fry, 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 fry. Well,
There's a Peter on my skeeter, knock it off. Do, do, do.
Is that-
Knock it off. Do, do. There's a Peter on my skeeter, and he's turning the feeder.
Where'd you do your 15
this is how you know.
In
No.
Long Beach?
Guys, guess what? We're going to leave because
She's
we're
beautiful.
getting ready. We're getting ready for the marathon. Please support all the marathon runners. LA School of Comedy will be outside with bottles of water. Hopefully,
Oh, that's a
water
good
in them.
idea.
They do the bathroom run here. I need help with the sign though because
You know what you should do is have all the comedians here write a one-liner joke that we do like a Snapple fact around the bottle of water that you hand the runner.
and
And as they're running, you can see them maybe look at it and go,
you know what else we can do is do the comedy
I
outside.
stole yours.
you can comedy outside. Do both. But I think the one-liner around the bottle is a little Snapple fact as you're running.
Yeah.
Come on then, we'll make an
I'd say like
announcement on
6
Friday.
months.
I do it every year.
Yeah.
All right, is this off? Is this still on? Oh, we're still on the air. Look at that, we're still on the air. Who knew? Can I say something nice?
Yeah, I think it's structured.
Alright.
I have a minute. I'm going to say something nice.
I have like a.
Please support everybody at the marathon like we do at LA School of Comedy. If you have to take a break, smoke a joint, shoot up, do a line, don't come here. Okay, just don't come here because I can't handle it. But it's a lot of fun, and the way to get here is to take the alleys. You're not allowed to go on Westwood, Wilshire, or Sunset. And you should know that by now. And you're not interested, but it's okay. I just want to end with, my name is Sunda Kroonquist. It's been an honor to be your host. Good night.
Sunda!
They call me Sunda. She was a hooker, but that was 30 years